What's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Real Talk, where every Monday, as always, we bring you guys the latest movie news, and this Monday is no different. But before we get to that, let me know what you guys did in the weekend. How are you guys? Hope you guys are good. Hope everything's cool. My weekend was pretty fast. I mean, I don't really have a weekend, but I watched a few movies. I watched King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, which I did a review on that, and I also watched Lowriders, which that review should be dropping alongside this video. So check that one out. So anyways, back to what you guys came here for. Starting off, always we like to start off with the trailers. And this week we only got one big trailer, well, at least big for me. And that's for the Kirsten Dunst movie called Woodshock. And check it out. Alright guys, so the film is brought to us by A24, who have been killing it lately. They also have It Comes at Night coming out. I'm pretty sure they have a whole bunch of other movies coming out. But I'm really interested in this movie because my good friend Audrey, what's up Audrey? She recommended me another movie that seems similar to this, Melancholia. And I really like that one, really enjoyed it. So it kind of gave me that vibe of that movie. Other than that, I like when trailers show you kind of the movie, but not really. You know, and I thought this trailer did a really good job. A lot of people didn't like it, but I really liked it because of that. It didn't show you too much of the story. It really didn't really show you a lot, but that makes me more interested to watch the film to see what exactly is going on. Kirsten Dunst is a low-key underrated actress. She was very good in, what's it called? I was going to say Moonlight. The film with Michael Shannon and Joel Edgerton about the little kid. Gosh, I'm blanking right now. But anyways, guys, the film comes out on September 9th of this year, so go check that out. One of my recommendations. And moving on to the movie news. Looking to my little board again. Doug Liman. Mr. Doug Liman, director of a bunch of films. He directed The First Born Identity, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Most recently, The Wall, actually, coming out in a few weeks. So he was in an interview for the film The Wall, and he revealed that an Edge of Tomorrow sequel is in the works, being quote unquote titled right now Live, Die, Repeat, Repeat. And of course, we all know that like midway, I think before hitting DVD and Blu-ray, the film Edge of Tomorrow was renamed to Live, Die, Repeat. I think that's pretty much it for the news. And also that Emily Blunt is coming back. She was so good in the first one. And the film I think it was underrated. It had a horrible marketing campaign, so that's why the movie didn't do as well. But I really enjoyed it. I didn't see it in theaters. I bought it on another, like one of those Black Friday sales. So I bought it, checked it out, I loved it. But yeah, it was a very great film. She was very good in it. Tom Cruise was very good in it. So now moving on with the news, the title, obviously it's like, I don't like it at all. It's like Live, Die, Repeat, Repeat. I understand. It's like that's what happens, like in the movie. But I mean, Edge of Tomorrow 2 would have been perfect. You know, the first original name though, if you guys didn't know, for this movie was supposed to be called All You Need Is Kill, and I think it's based on like a book or an anime or something. I don't really remember what it was being adapted from. But that's a badass name. All You Need Is Kill, like. That's pretty cool. But anyways, they're trying to sell it to an audience and stuff like that. So yeah, as far as the title, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of it. I'm glad that everybody's returning and Doug Liman's kind of pushing for it, even though it didn't make a lot of money. I would love to see a sequel to see how exactly that would be like. You know, so if you guys saw the first one, you know, obviously no spoilers, but yeah, I'm wondering how it would happen. So moving on to the next bit of movie news. We actually got another bit of casting news, and that's that Anna Taylor-Joy and Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones, they got cast in the New Mutants movie, directed by Josh Boone. It's coming out, I believe, next year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on that. But yeah, Anna Taylor-Joy is being cast as Magic. She kind of, obviously the name kind of sells itself, or actually tells you what it exactly her powers are. And Maisie Williams is playing Wolf's Bane or something like that. And yeah, I mean, addition to the casting, I like it. I mean, obviously, I really like Anna Taylor-Joy from Split, and she was in The Witch, which is an underrated movie in my opinion. I really liked it. It just creeped me. It wasn't scary. It wasn't like a horror movie, but it just creeped me the hell out. Like it was just like, what the heck am I watching? Like I'm scared, but I don't know of what. And then obviously Macy Williams from Game of Thrones. I'm really big into Game of Thrones and hope you guys are too. But she's really good as Arya Stark, and I'm glad that she's branching out. She did another movie recently. I can't quite remember it, but the title of it. But she seemed really cool in that one. So I'm excited. I'm excited that she's again, like I said, branching out from Game of Thrones to try new things into this franchise. Hopefully, it does become a franchise. All right, guys. So sticking with the superhero news, this bit of news that I'm about to tell you, kind of maybe a bummer for you or a good thing for some people. Obviously, and it's involving Hellboy, the character. Obviously, all of us wanted to see a Hellboy 3, including myself, directed by Guillermo del Toro, starring Ron Perlman. But, I mean, he was asking for too much money, Guillermo was, and, I mean, I'm kind of happy in that sense that he stuck to his guns, like, you know what, this is the story that I want to tell, the final chapter of Hellboy and stuff like that, so I feel I can't make it without this budget, and I'm happy that he stuck with that, but, unfortunately, because of that, we are getting a reboot. And I say unfortunately because I really wanted to see the third chapter, but I mean it can be good news because I would rather the character be used in a new incarnation than just be sitting on the shelf, because that Hellboy movie opened me up, exposed me rather to the character of Hellboy himself. I didn't really read the comics. And I really liked them. I really liked the first two movies. The second one was so good. But anyways, so I rather them, continue on with the character than just have them there on the shelf, just waiting. Like, okay, are we gonna do it or we're not gonna do it? Mike Magnolia or whatever, the creator of Hellboy, he actually revealed that David Harbour is coming on to actually play Hellboy along with Neil Marshall. He's done like some directing in Game of Thrones, and the movie is going to be called Hellboy: The Rise of the Blood Queen or something like that. Again, like I didn't read the comics, so maybe it's like comic related. Well, probably, obviously. So what do I think about the news? I mean, like I said, I'm happy that Hellboy is not going to be sitting on the shelf. I would have loved to see the third chapter, but I mean, as far as David Harbour, I mean, he's really good in the Stranger Things. Obviously, everybody, that's the most recent thing that he's been in. He was rumored to play Cable. That didn't go through, maybe because he wanted to play Hellboy a little bit more instead of being like a secondary character to Deadpool. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I can definitely see him in the role, kind of like smoking a cigar, stuff like that, and eating Beirut's. I think that's the chocolate that Hellboy likes. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, honestly. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys really wanted to see a third chapter like I did. Or, I mean, overall, like I said, I'm happy. We all should be happy that we're getting a new Hellboy movie. It doesn't have a release date right now. That was just the latest news. And it's going to be rated R. I don't know if I said that yet, but that's exciting. Hopefully, like I said in previous videos, hopefully that does the film justice. Like the most recent example of that is Logan, how it being rated R really elevated it, and they were able to tell and give you the incarnation of Wolverine that we've always wanted. So with Hellboy, I mean, like I said, I hadn't read the comics, so hopefully it could give us a new style, a new version of Hellboy that we haven't seen in the prior movies in this incarnation. Like, I don't know if he cusses or anything like that, but definitely the action will be definitely more interesting in this one. So overall, I like the news. Another movie I'm really looking forward to, and it's been 9 years since the first one, is Stranger Things 2. And the news was that Christina Hendricks from Mad Men, she actually is being cast in that, I believe, in the main role. Shooting starts this month, May 30th, I believe, to be released next year. And like I said, I don't know if I said this, but I really enjoyed the first one. The first one creeped me out, like the fact, I don't know if it was Scott Speedman or Liv Tyler who were in the kitchen. All of a sudden you see the guy with the bag over his face, just coming out of the darkness, like watching him or her. I think it was her, and just going back. it's like, I don't know, it was like a new kind of like creepy thing, like this, the whole concept of it. I really liked it, and I'm so glad they didn't do like a sequel directed like DVD and shit like that. Um, but I'm really excited. That's why I wanted to report it to you guys. Yeah, because I've been waiting for this for a long time since I really enjoyed the first one. And Christina Hendricks, is gonna be cool to see her in this film. And I believe like the plot line of the film was that like her family is like traveling in like an RV or something, a mobile home. Their station basically is mobile home park, and like obviously things go wrong. Like I said, this filming is beginning this month, May 30th, and scheduled to release next year, I believe. Moving on to the next movie news, is that Martin Scorsese's The Irishman is actually being moving forward, and filming starts this August to be released in 2019. Confirmed cast members are Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Harvey Keitel, and Joe Pesci, among others. And I'm stoked for this, because if you listen to what I just said, that cast, gosh, we were already reported that Netflix picked up this movie, and I'm pretty sure whoever's idea was to pick it up, it's probably got a promotion or a raise, because think about it, Martin Scorsese, in my opinion, he's up there in the Mount Rushmore of great directors, and like with this stellar cast, like who the hell is like, should we get this or not? Netflix is like, well, fuck y'all, like we're picking this up, So I'm so glad that it's finally gonna be starting production in this August, being released 2019. We still have to wait, what, we're like half a year and a half, I should say, for to see this on Netflix, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth the wait. Alright guys, and speaking of another great director, Ridley Scott was actually being interviewed for his most recent film, and the film coming out this weekend, and I'm so excited to see it because I love Prometheus. I don't care what everybody says. The director of Alien Covenant was being interviewed, like I said, and he revealed that they're actually writing and been actively writing the sequel to Alien Covenant. And they want to just get it done, written, and just release it as soon as possible. So I mean, I'm excited because if they're that confident in this film, early reviews have been, for the most part, okay of the film. Like I said, I loved Prometheus, and it's been described, Alien Covenant has been described as like a Prometheus Alien mix, like in the continuation of that story, like kind of like bridging the gap of Prometheus and the Alien movies. So maybe it's going to be an extension of that in the next film, or maybe just an Alien sequel or prequel or something like that. I don't know, but I love me some Alien. Ridley Scott's been knocking it out of the park lately. Well, kind of with The Martian, and then hopefully this one. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Tell me what you guys think. You guys think it's like too ambitious for them, kind of saying, hey, we don't care. We haven't even opened the film in theaters, and we're writing a sequel and stuff like that. Or are they that confident in the film that it's going to do good and stuff like that to already be writing it? So all right, guys, the final story of today is that I was gonna say Gary Marshall. I don't know why the hell, but anyways, Steve McQueen, director of 12 Years a Slave, is being not eyed, but he is directing a documentary, or a documentary about the great, the legend, the immortal Tupac. We are getting a Tupac movie later this year, but this is going to be a documentary, like I said. And I think there's been, obviously, there's been a lot of documentaries. This is a running gag with me and my friend. Documentaries of Tupac, obviously, and Biggie and stuff like that. But Steve McQueen is such a great director. 12 Years a Slave. I really enjoyed the film. It's a hard movie to watch, but it's a great film. You can't deny that. So him doing a documentary on Tupac excites me. Like with these type of movies, even if they're making a biopic on Tupac, like they are being released later this year, you're always, as a fan of the of the person, you always hope that they do a justice of the character. But these movies can be kind of biased, like if like their relatives are involved. Well, you know what? Let's not put out this like part of his life. Let's leave it out and stuff like that. So with the documentary coming out of Tupac, maybe it can do a real justice for him if the movie All Eyes on Me, was kind of like, okay, let's make him, obviously Tupac is not really, he was a controversial character, being involved with the law and stuff like that, but not really that bad. So maybe they try to, in the new movie, I mean, I have no idea, I'm just speculating. They had like this whole like picture of him like being, I don't know, kind of like or maybe they've just been planning this documentary for a while, and Steve McQueen's like, you know what, I'm not doing nothing right now, like, let's do it. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really hoping that's good. So yeah. So anyways, guys, that was pretty much it for today's episode. A real quick episode. I couldn't have a guest. I had a late start today, so maybe next week we'll have a guest. Or let me know what you guys think of just me, just chilling, telling you guys the latest movie news. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about any of the movie news that I just let you guys know about. Are you guys excited, or you don't have issues with anything? And as always, you guys can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Real Talk with 2Ks. And all right, guys, I'll see you guys later in the week. Peace.